major challenge, but I'm happy I'm back. So many issues I'm facing right now with network, with Facebook itself. First it was call, and that network will lock out. I don't know. But I'm back. I'm back to be able to finalize what I started for tonight, and we're discussing the fact that we're looking at the second leg of what we discussed in the morning. Remember, like I said in the morning, what we talked about was import guideline. But the import guideline discussed in the morning was with respect to documentation and for drug. Yesterday we discussed import guideline, but that was with respect to food. Morning documentation we concluded in the evening. And today I'm doing the same thing. I've done documentation in the morning, and I talk about the fact that documentation, you will notice, if you follow me yesterday, you notice that documentation today was similar to yesterday, but with some addition, because it's drug and there are other additional information that NAFDAC is interested in by virtue of the fact that this is supposed to be a what do you call it now? A different product with peculiar interest in the therapeutic effect, the pharmacodynamics and pharmacokinetics, I hope I'm using those words correctly, of those drugs, and that contributed to the additional documentation. And I said, now we are moving on to the step 2. After documentation, step 2 is import permit and product labeling. Step 3 is submission of sample for laboratory analysis. Step 4 is product approval meeting. Step 5 is issuance of notification. Then step 6 is labeling guideline for imported drugs. The other ones are not step again. We'll talk about labeling guideline for imported drugs, then some notes, some things to note with respect to the drugs. So let's get started. Import permit and label vetting. Upon successful screening of document and documentation and review of supporting document, an import permit shall be issued, after which product are submitted for vetting. Step 3. Submission of sample for product analysis, laboratory analysis. After successful vetting of product label, laboratory samples are submitted. The following documents are also included, and this includes evidence of payment to the agency, certificate of analysis, evidence of submission for vetting. All this must be submitted alongside with the submission of sample for laboratory analysis. You need to submit evidence of payment, evidence of certificate analysis done abroad, evidence of submission for vetting. That vetting of the label and cover. Product approval meeting. Upon satisfactory dossier review. We've talked about dossier as one of the documents required. Dossier review, which I guess show the detail of the product, like I talk about the pharmaco of the drug. I hope I'm right. But you can check it up, please. Satisfactory good manufacturing practice of the production facility, and satisfactory laboratory analysis of the product. Product are presented for approval meeting. Product labels with compliance issues. Compliance artwork may be submitted with a commitment letter from the manufacturer stating that the commercial product will be in compliance. Now, if these documents are not presented, it becomes very difficult for that to happen. So, for product label with compliance issue, compliant artwork may be submitted with the commitment letter from the manufacturer stating that the commercial product will be compliant. So that means if what I submitted before had issue with the labeling, when I'm resubmitting it, I will attach every other relevant document to complete to ensure that it's in order. Issuance of notification. For product approved at the meeting, notification of registration or listing is issued to the applicant, while compliance directive is issued to those not approved. Compliance directive issued to those not approved. Now, labeling guidelines for imported drug. Labeling should be informative and accurate. Minimum requirement on package label in accordance with drug labeling regulation include name of the product, brand where applicable and generic name and full location address of the manufacturer, provision of NAFDAC registration number on product label, batch number, manufacturing date and expiry date, dosage form and strength, indication, frequency, route for administration, condition of administration, over-the-counter drugs, dosage regimen on the package. That's for over-the-counter drug also. Patient information leaflet, prescribing information. All these should be on the labeling. Net content of the product, quantitative listing of all the active ingredient per unit dose, adequate warning where necessary. Where a brand name is used, there must be the generic name, which should be conspicuous in character, written directly under the brand name. Any drug product whose name or package label bears close resemblance to any already registered product or is likely to be mistaken for such registered product shall not be considered for registration. So when you are giving your name, the brand name must be distinct from existing product, very distinct, so that it won't be mistaken. Any drug product which is labeled in a foreign language shall not be considered for registration unless an English translation is included in the label, and also unless an English translation is included in the label. Now, why is that necessary? That's very necessary because at the end of the day, who is going to take it? Who is going to take it? Nigerians are going to take it, and everybody must be sure of exactly what they are taking into their mouth. Everybody must be sure of exactly what they are taking into their mouth. So that's why it becomes easier for us for it to be labeled and correctly labeled. So it won't be mistaken for another drug. Correctly labeled. Any drug product which is labeled in French, okay, see the agency drug labeling regulation and other relevant regulation for specific details. Note, for new chemical entities, there must be chemical evidence with clinical trials. The clinical trials have been undertaken in the relevant population. Such clinical trial report must be submitted and reviewed. No combination drug product shall be registered or considered for registration unless there is a scientific documented evidence to prove that such a product has clinical advantage over a single drug available for the same indication. Failure to comply with this requirement may result in disqualification of application and lead to considerable delay in processing of registration. So if you have a new chemical product, there must be evidence of clinical trials. If you are submitting a product and you are having combination of two drugs, there must be evidence that this is better than a single combination for it to be registered in Nigeria. A successful application will be issued a certificate of registration with validity period of at least 5 years. Registration of a product does not automatically confer advertisement and permit. A separate application and subsequent approval by the agency shall be required if the product is to be advertised. Simultaneous submission of registration and advertisement application are allowed so that you won't have to finish and come back again for a new set of registration. NAFDAC reserves the right to revoke and suspend of various duration of drug validity period. Filling an application form or paying an application fee does not confer registration status. Failure to respond promptly to inquiries or query within 90 days will automatically make NAFDAC to close your file and you have to start all over again. The timeline for product registration from acceptance of submission to issuance of registration number is 120 working days. You know, when I did it yesterday, someone was saying 120 working days, which amount to about 6 months. 120 working days is about 6 months, Abi. I was calculating yesterday that 20 working days, 6 months. 20 working days is a month. So 120 working days is 6 months, approximately 6 months. That means if I'm going to register any drug in Nigeria, it will take me about 6 months to conclude. That is when I am fast. that is when I am fast. But I'm happy that they are able to put the timeline for registration of such drug. And most of the things NAFDAC have requested for, like I said in my post, in my session before, that I'm very okay with them. Especially for drug. We have regulation must be very tight. Not to strangulate the people that want to register, but at least to be sure that what the person is bringing to Nigeria is something that if he brings in, it will be good for us. It will not be something that will eventually kill and maim Nigerians. Kill and maim Nigerians. Sorry. Sorry. All right. Thank you very much for listening again today. My name is Dela Imibo. Sorry for the many distractions that we had today. It's most unfortunate, but it's one of those things. I'm not in the office. I had issue with network. I had issue with call coming in. I had issue with Facebook logging me out. I have issues. So many issues, but I'm happy eventually, after 3 sets of videos, we were able to finish this session. See you tomorrow morning as I move on to cosmetics. I'll still be discussing NAFDAC tomorrow, but I'll be talking about cosmetics. Bye for now.